Hello and welcome to my channel, The Solar Scribe. It's been a year since I did a reading online. A lot has happened in that year, and also when I started the workshop, the online kind of workshop readings, they were really just for me to open my throat chakra and stop hiding in the shadows and get my voice out there. So now it's a year down the line, and my inner guidance has prompted me to do the readings, start up the readings again, which I'm doing. So a few weeks ago I got two messages really strongly. Watch the waters and pay attention to the rose. Now, I work with Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary quite strongly, so I associated that with the rose. I was given a date of the 19th of September. I have no clue what that is. It's something to do with a portal, energy update. There's something going on there, so I'll do a reading on the 19th. And watch the waters. So anybody that's familiar with the fall of Atlantis and Lemuria will know that it was something to do with the water. Now, I am not making any predictions, because I don't do that, about anything to do with what is happening regarding the water now. I've just been asked to say watch the waters, and don't forget, they were saying that the body is it 70 or 80% water that we've got? So that's it's for your interpretation as to what you think that could mean for you. Okay, right, so over the last 12 months I've got a lot of different decks. I've been collecting them crazily, like the actual physical decks, not the apps on the phones. And I've got so many now that I sat down and I said, well, what are we going to do? Because I'd literally be here for hours. So they've chosen the ones that they want to bring forward. I've been asked to light the dolphin candle. The dolphins are here very strongly, and obviously the dolphins are connected to water, so it could be something to do with the dolphins and the whales and the fish in the sea, the mermaids, the mermen, anything you can think of that reside in the oceans, really. So we're going to get to it. So I've got my absolute favourite deck in the whole world. This is, if I only had to have one deck, it would be this one, which is the Carl Grey deck. So what I said was I would pull 3 cards and possibly 3. They're saying there might be 4. Hang on a sec. So what we say is, I am here, I am ready, I am open, guide me. I am here, I am ready, I am open, guide me. I am here, I am ready, I am open, guide me. And then whatever wants to come out, we'll do so. Okay, and I'm just, okay, 2 more popped out, and another one as well. Let's take those. Right, so we've got Archangel Michael as well. We've got Soul Flame, and we've also got Green Tara, who I'm going to put down there. I'm hoping that these can fit on my camera. Okay, right, so these cards are beautiful, and I use them as an altar card, really. If anybody wants the name of them, I'll put the link below. I'm going to choose one of these just to go in the middle. Okay, so as you can see, I don't do all this thing of, if you can't see me on camera shuffling the cards, we need to be able to trust at this moment in time. And what Archangel Michael is saying, that's what half the problem is. It's trusting our instincts, trusting our intuition that we're on the right path. There's a lot of they are using the word devious energy around at the minute, but I would say it's a distraction energy that is stopping us from connecting fully with our intuition. So if you're a person that thinks, oh well, if I can't see it on camera, then I'm not taking that that's what they've pulled, then really this reading or this channel isn't for you, because I don't buy into that loss of power. Okay, so I think I showed you that one, and then I put it back in the deck and it's come out again, so it's balanced. So we need to obviously this is something we need to look at. I find a balance between each sphere of my life. I am the master of my daily life. I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. So again, what I'm feeling a balance between, I'm going to say masculine and feminine, divine masculine and feminine, although I feel like we are actually transcending that now as well, in that there is no definition between, but I'm not going to go into that today. So what the masters are saying is that communication at this time is really important. So going back to what Archangel Michael said, the communication that is coming from within you, it's yours. Claim it. If something feels off balance, listen to that. If something is telling you quite strongly to go and do something, then do it, and have the true acceptance. The true acceptance that that is the right thing for you to do. We've got Odin here with the third eye, so psychically, I know obviously, and purple is the third eye colour as well. Odin is basically saying that the third eye is opening exponentially. So this is the third eye, and we've got all of this energy coming out of there. So a lot of people will be having their third eyes energy activated. But what Archangel Michael is saying, there is the trust there that isn't there for some people. And also, if your third eye is opening and you're feeling it can cause dizziness, it can cause nausea, it can cause a few different things, then you need to bring it back into balance and ask within what you need to do. I'm not a medical doctor, so if anybody needs any medical attention, listen to your body. If you need to go and see a doctor, go and see one. If you don't know whether it's ascension symptoms or not, go and see a doctor. Not everything is ascension symptoms. It could be something physical that needs sorting out. We still need doctors, we still need people, because we're still in a physical body, is what they're saying. So in terms of soul flame, I'm feeling very strongly that there are even more soul flame energies coming together. I'm not going into the whole soul flame thing. It doesn't interest me in terms of is it right or is it wrong. I would say a divine ray counterpart is the way I would say it, but that's personally for me. Okay, so Radha is basically saying that there are some people that were meant to connect with another. So if we look at this energy here of these two, she's saying, so these two were connecting together, but if you look very interestingly, you can't see his face and you can't see her face. This artwork is absolutely stunning. It's from my friend Liara, who again, if anybody wants the link for the artwork, I can put that in the description, but you can find her on Instagram, Liara333, Liara333. So interestingly, these two, you can't see their faces, and what Radha is saying is that yes, you were due to be paired with somebody, but if your vibration got to a certain point where you got past that and you were, I don't want to use the word higher, but there's not really another word in the English language to use. If you were in a situation where your body and your vibration became higher, then basically this person was not for you, because you were at a certain vibration with each other, and now you've gone up a level. So that means that the next one is coming in. So it's not fixed, it's very fluid. There's not just one, there's lots, and it's consciousness and source's intention to have the highest resonance of these two people. So if you're disappointed, if you were looking at somebody and thinking they were your twin divine ray counterpart, and it's turned out that that union isn't happening, or you're feeling very strongly, again, Archangel Michael with the trust, you're feeling very strongly that that's not going to happen, that means that your vibration has superseded, the word is they're using, it's superseded what your soul contract was for that person, and you're now going on to the next one. And if you look in the background, she's got all this blue, and that's what they're saying, it's the blue, focus on the blue skies, because that is what's going to be happening. There's going to be more coming together. Okay, so interestingly, we've got green Tara protection, and we've also got Michael, Archangel Michael protection. Now what that is telling me is that, and I've had this over the last few weeks, I was absolutely blindsided by something. My life was just ticking along nicely, and something happened where I was thrown into a situation where things have changed very rapidly, and now something else is happening that I did not see coming at all. I just didn't see it. So what Spirit and my guides and my inner being is saying to me is that everything will be okay, everything is okay, all is well, all will be well, but my inner self was kind of testing that and thinking, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? How is this going to happen? And I'm just, the human part of me just went into meltdown a little bit. I didn't really understand what was happening. I must admit, I was one of the ones that was going along thinking, oh, thank God I got through the Lion's Gate unscathed, nothing's happened to me. I'm helping other people as much as I can, but I'm all right. And then that happened. So I've just had to really dig down deep, and Archangel Michael is one of my major guides. I've had to really dig down deep and bring that trust forward. It's still there a little bit. I've got to be honest, you know, I'm completely honest in my readings. I'm not saying that I've got it down to a fine art. I'm still a bit anxious about things, but I'm learning again. It's come back full circle, and I've had to learn to trust again. And Mercury, open communication. So I'm the kind of person who will not ask for help unless I absolutely have to. And when I do, I kind of think, is it a weakness? And what Mercury is saying is absolutely not. It's not a weakness, because you're all connected to each other and you all want to help. But if you don't ask for the help, you're not going to receive it. You're not going to get it, because you haven't asked for it. And then Hope's coming in and saying, accept that help graciously. Accept that help, and don't think for a second. My guides were talking to me this morning and basically saying, if it was the other way around, would you offer your help instantaneously? And I said yes. And they said, well, what makes you think that it's a weakness for somebody else to do that? You are allowing that person to show their inner light and their kindness. So why wouldn't you do that? Why would you not receive that? Open to receive. Open your hand to receive. And if you look at the lotus flower here, it's completely open to receiving the love and acceptance from Hope. Okay, so that's that one. Right, I'm not sure there's anything else they want to say. I've got Freya for the moon. I've got to admit, I don't really work with the moon. It's not something that I've never really been interested in, that side of things. But I am seeing the crow, and that is telling me discernment again. Looking at this black and white energy, everything's a bit grey at the minute, and nothing really is what it seems. There's this illusionary energy around, and I'm taking it that's what the moon is. So that's what Michael is saying really strongly. You need to trust within yourself. You absolutely need to. It's all within now. It's all here. Look at this lapis. It's all in your heart. You need to trust that. Not externally. What you're seeing outside of yourself is not necessarily true. And interesting, she's wearing a grey cloak. She's wearing a grey that's mixed with white. So she's got the black and white mixed together in the grey. And Freya is saying, not everything is what it seems. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. So yes, there's some energy. So around the 19th, I'm not sure if that's something to do with the moon. Like I say, I don't know the new moons and full moons because I don't really follow them. My friends tell me what they are, but I'm not really, invested in that. Right, let's pull a chakra and let's see where we are in terms of our chakra energy. I have started using some cards which I will tell you about towards the end, at the end of the reading, which is what I've been doing, which I found they've been really successful. Prosperity. Okay, I think we could all use a little bit of this. Prosperity, number 36 and number 9. So 9 tells me that's September. I got the 19th of the 9th. So the energy of the 19th of the 9th is prosperity. So there's some kind of gateway or portal opening. They're open all the time. But this one, if you concentrate on this card, there is something about that date. The 19 in the tarot is the sun, which is solar energy. We've got hope here in the bright yellow. So I'll leave that with you because that's for you guys who are watching to manifest for yourselves. But yeah, definitely something to do with prosperity in September. Okay. Right. Next on the list, I absolutely love these cards. They're new. I've had them a few weeks. The Angel Rose Oracle. Now I said when I got the message, pay attention to the rose, I was looking for some cards that would reflect that energy, and I came across these and immediately I absolutely loved them. She's an Australian angel reader, I think, lady. These cards have so much potent energy within them. So if you are into, collecting cards or buying cards, for me personally, these are one of my top favourite decks. And believe me, I've got a lot of decks now. Okay, so let's pull a card from, these are the back. That's the back. They're so beautiful. I'm going to pull a card and let's see what the Angel Rose wants to say. Okay, poetry in motion. Now the way that a lot of tarot card readers work, and I'm the same, not tarot cards, card readers, I don't look at the book. I just read the energy of the card. And this is telling me poetry in motion. So this is for anybody that is feeling stagnant within themselves for their artistic talents. So if you're a writer, a singer, an actress, actor, anything really that involves the arts, you're being strongly encouraged to come forward and start doing it again if you stop doing it. So this really is about me as well, because obviously this is my first reading in a whole year. And I was strongly guided that I needed to start moving forward and doing it again. Not just this, writing, other things that I do. get going with it, is what they're saying. It will shift the energy and move you into new parallel timelines. So when I look at these two, I'm looking at these as timelines as well. So it's, you're in the middle, so you get to choose. You get to choose if you want to sing, write, play an instrument, read a book out loud, anything that you want to do, you can do. And they're basically saying that if you look at these at the front here, they all seem to be, sorry, one sec. Yeah, they all seem to be at different stages. So what they're saying is that if you think that you're rubbish at it and you're thinking, well, yeah, but it's not going to be a bestseller, or it's not going to be a, you know, award-winning play or anything, that doesn't matter. It's nothing to do with that. It's the experience of creation, is what they're saying. Okay. And again, there's that balance coming in, because if you're all work and no play, or you're denying your innate gifts and talents, or you're just saying, I don't have time for that, I haven't got time for that, then you won't have time for it. There's something in here they're saying. I make time to nourish the spiritual and the physical. I bring love to my world by fulfilling the needs of my body and soul. Your soul could be saying, I want to write this book. I want to publish this play. And I know for a fact that I've got 2 or 3 books that are sat on my computer laptop that I haven't done anything with. So it could be that we're all revisiting the stuff that we've done in the past, or that we've just kind of left. You know, half completed, which is fine if you don't want to do anything with it, but you might want to. Okay, right, the next one I'm doing, I'm going to pick a colour, and this colour will be in relation to this reading, please. Right, we've got one on its side. Frivolity. Okay, so going back to what I was just saying, if you think that what you're doing is frivolous, they're saying that is amazing. We want frivolity. We want people to be in that motion. And if you look, that's the pink, so it's laid in order, it's the heart. And they want people to be in this frivolous mood of, do you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to write for half an hour, and I don't have a clue what I'm going to be writing about, and I'm taking that time just for me. Some people would say, but that's frivolous. In that half an hour, you could have been doing anything. You know, you could have been washing or cleaning or an extra half hour at work. They want you to do this. They're asking you really strongly to think about what you can bring back to frivolity in your life. So today, for me, I put some music on. I literally just, they said put some music on. So I put a song on from the 60s and ended up dancing around for about half an hour, just dancing crazily for about half an hour. And I loved it. And I just, while I was in it, I was just so present with the music and present with the dancing. It's such a long time since I did that. And that was my frivolous action today. So what can you do that's frivolous, that is just for you? Okay. Right. So let's look at, this is my latest deck, I think, and it's Diana Cooper and the Unicorns. I love her dragon one, and I also have another one of hers which I can't remember the name of, but this one is the new one. So I'm going to choose a unicorn, and they are going to give us a message within, you know, to tie in with this reading today. So we've got, now these are new. Again, I've used them a few times, but I haven't really looked at any of the cards properly. So not surprisingly, we've got the number 19. So again, we've got 19, we've got the 9, and that was the date that I was given. Again, just make your own, you know, kind of way forward as to what you think that's going to be. But 19 is the soul, the sun of the tarot card, and we've got rest in perfect love, understand, oneness, cocoon of white light. So I'm drawn to this because she's actually in a cocoon of white light there. So, and she was next to Michael. So that's telling me that we are really protected while we are doing this work, whatever it is that you are doing. And if you are, we're looking at going through a transformation. We all know that we're going through it. So the 19th of the 9th, it looks like there's a transformation of energy. This is keys and codes. We're going to get an upgrade on the 19th. Oh, it's starting to come through now. We're going to get an upgrade on the 19th. It's the rainbow light. It's the going from the chrysalis to the butterfly, taking flight. Yeah, I won't say any more than that because I want you to associate it with what it means for you, really. Okay, right, so I was guided to ask for another angel, archangel, to come through, and then I'm going to do the cards and the way that I do them. I always say every time I come on here that I'm not going to keep it more than half an hour, but then I just end up, I get the messages and there's not really much I can do. So yeah, so we've got Archangel Gabriel, and if you look at the turquoise there, now I'm thinking that that's relating to Mercury in this open communication. So what Archangel Gabriel is saying, okay, right, he's saying there are some people, and I was one of them, I've got to admit, I am a bit better at it now. There are some people that you can stand in front of them and say to them, I will help you, and they will still reject it. They will still say, I don't need your help. If that's the case, then you move on, because you've offered it, they've rejected it, and there's not much you can do about it, but you've offered it. Okay, so there's no, what he's saying, or the energy is saying, there is no comeback from that. And my throat chakra is actually going, and Mercury is communication, which is the throat chakra, and obviously the blue, excuse me. So he's saying, don't let the rejection of that stop you from offering your help, because once, twice, thrice, he's saying. The energy is saying once, twice, thrice, and you're out. Okay. May the beautiful pale blue ray of light shine down to help me clearly sense and understand divine messages for my highest good today and always. Okay. Right, so this is a little bit of a different one. So a few months ago I started working with a pack of playing cards. These are just normal playing cards. I got them online, and I was instructed to get the gold back. They're very shiny, so nice. I think they might be casino cards or something, I'm not sure. So I started working with them, and I've been working with them in all different ways. These cards I interpret intuitively. So they tell me about chakras, they tell me about male and female, divine, masculine, feminine energies, they tell me about what's going on the planet, dates, times, all the rest of it. So I have no clue what's going to happen today. I don't know what message is going to come through. But today is, I've added today's date up, which is the 31st, and it adds up to 17. Now 17 cards is a lot, so I said, well, you know, that's kind of quite a lot of cards. They said, well, reduce it down to 8 then. And 8 is a number of prosperity as well. But we're going to choose 8 cards, and then I'm going to interpret them and see how they relate to what's happening here. Now, I've not done this before in terms of doing it online, so I haven't got a clue whether it's going to work. And if it doesn't work, well, that's just been a very interesting experiment online. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh, I love this card. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. So we need one more. One more. Number 3. Okay. Right. So what I normally do is, because these have jokers in them, so any jokers, kings, queens, jacks, I put to one side because they're different energy. And then there's this card, I absolutely love it. So this reminds me of Willy Wonka's golden ticket. And what I normally do is I think of something I want to manifest, and then I normally allocate it to one of these guys to say, right, okay, let's work with this. So I'm really feeling quite strongly that it's something to do with the 19th and this prosperity that's coming in for this energy. So I'm going to put it there. So it would basically be through your chakras, you are manifesting this thing, and obviously it's going to come to fruition because we've got the butterfly. But I just love that card. Okay, so we've got a joker. So basically that's the frivolity card. It's the frivolousness of what they're asking, is that we all need to surrender, let go a bit, and just have bring a bit of light into our lives. Now, I know that people are having very challenging times. I'm one of them, so it's not like I'm saying, you need to negate everything that's happening. But, we're still human, and we still like to have different experiences. Okay, so we've got the 2. So I would say that's Soul Flame, Radha. They sometimes tell me to, well, not tell me, but they sometimes connect things to the tarot. So in that one, that will probably be the 2 of Cups, which is something to do with the lovers, I think. So that would go there. Okay, so the rest of them, I would say they're chakras. So the way I work with chakras is it's a bit different to what other people do. I count the Earth Star chakra as the number 1. So the root to me isn't number 1, it's number 2. So you get the idea. So the root chakra, and again for the soul flame, is basically saying that the one that you were going to be with could possibly now be moving out, and there's a new one coming. Okay, and to have trust in that, so that comes back down to the root chakra, safety, security, and trust. The 3 would be the next one up, so that's the sacral. So again, that one is the about prosperity, and it's also about creation as well. It's about that, write the book, sing the song, all of that kind of energy as well, and go there. Right, 6 is the throat chakra, so that goes with that. 777, okay, so there's a big thing going on at the minute about the Alta Major chakra. I don't have time really to go into it here with this, just because it's quite, it's a lot. So I might just do one on that, but that's the Alta Major, and because we've got 2, that tells me that it's really significant. Through the heart, and again, it's about unplugging. It is actually unplugging us from the matrix. But again, I really need to go into that a bit more. And then number 8, we've got the third eye, which is these guys. So as you can see with these cards, normally they are really, really relevant to what the spread is, and that's why I do them at the end. Okay, and number 8, again, number of prosperity. Right, that's my first reading back in a year. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I am aiming to do them on a weekly basis again, but again, it's about our own sovereignty and what's happening, and whether we feel guided to do it. In 5D energy, it's very different from 3D, because there's no sense of responsibility or shoulds or woulds or have-tos. It's about the experience of what you're doing, and it's about the passion and the energy for it. So I hope that came across today. Okay, so I'll see you soon. Bye.